What up, fam? I'm Cassidy K. O'Connor.
Jennifer Wedmore. Sherry Lynn.
And we are back for week 4. So last week we did the drawing contest. So that went over well. Thank you all for reaching out, telling us what you thought. That was really awesome to hear from you guys.
Thank you for letting me win. Oh, never mind.
And okay, so this week it is Easter. Woo-hoo. So I think that's why we have our little bunny ears on. And no, we are not playing doctor. We are going to do an egg decorating contest this time while we talk. Don't break your egg.
Oops.
Yeah, we cheated, and Walmart totally has these fake eggs. So we didn't even have to boil eggs. It was
I think you got just look. You already got.
I know mine's already dirty.
Oh,
but,
sure, you gave you dirty.
Yeah, there was like $2 for like a dozen of them or something
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah, so that was
So
really cool.
Now.
So I kind of cheated there, and got those. So we're gonna do that, and so then we're gonna talk about favorite candy from the baskets. We have which sister questions. So we've got these pictures of us, and so we're gonna ask a question, and then the three of us have to put up who we think it belongs to.
Or who would be most likely to do?
The most likely to do, and the three of us, I think we all know each other pretty well, so I think this should be easy. But we actually haven't seen the questions, so I guess we'll find out how mean my daughter is.
I already know the answer to that.
Yeah, from past 3 episodes, I'm gonna go. Yeah, this isn't good.
Yeah. And then we're going to do some FAQs that we have gotten in the past. Little tweezers, I think, for the stickers. No micro penises. Then we're going to have the...
Imagery.
You're going to do what?
Just imagery. Ew.
Oh, yeah. And then we're going to judge the eggs, and that's about it for this week. So, without further ado, we're going to talk about favorite candies while we decorate.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So, when did we stop getting Easter egg baskets?
When her mother decided that she didn't want to buy us candy anymore.
Wow, harsh.
Yeah, but she still buys this shit every year. Not as big like the big baskets.
When the grandma did it until grandkids came
along.
along.
When the grandkids came, we kind of all lost it.
She's like, nope.
What's your favorite candy to get?
White chocolate, and it can't be that like crap from dollar store. It has to be the good shit.
I like Reese's peanut butter cups.
I like Cadbury, but I also like the malted milk ball ones you get in the just at Easter time. There's something good about those. I don't know.
Yeah. A little chalky for me.
I don't know. That might be where I like them. Actually, that's what I've been writing to this week. Eating those.
Do we have any holidays or any special things you remember from Easter?
Great mama spoiling it to my kids about the Easter Bunny.
That's true. She did. Kelsey, my daughter, was there too. That's how it confirmed for her that there was no Easter Bunny. So that was awesome because she asked one of us, like, "Oh, did you guys decorate all the eggs outside or something?"
Or didn't you hide the eggs outside? I think she
said. That's what it was. Yeah, sorry. And Kelsey's just sitting there like,
Why would you do it?
Yeah. Yeah, so that was awesome. It made my life easier.
True.
I'll be honest there. Honestly, I think that's like one of the worst and best times.
Yeah, you took the blue and put it in the green.
One of the best and worst times of being a parent is when they stop believing, but it's also the best because then your life gets so much easier. Honestly.
Jennifer's screwing it up. Sorry.
Except for the tooth fairy. My poor children really struggled with that one because I sucked at remembering to ever give them.
My kids get letters all the time.
From the Easter Bunny?
Yeah, saying, sorry, I forgot.
Oh.
I was so busy I didn't get to get your tooth. Here it is the next night or a week later.
I've done that too. I've told them, I've said, oh, sorry, she was so busy.
Yep.
She didn't make it on time. So, have any of you guys ever done that? Please tell me that we're not alone here, that we're not horrible parents.
You're horrible parents.
No, we're not. No. Yeah,
when I talk about horrible parenting, what's the person that used to eat the bunnies from our baskets? Eat the ears.
Mother.
Our mother ate them?
Yes.
Yeah, do you remember her eating the ears? Are you serious? You do have a horrible memory.
We've talked about this. We know I do.
She was terrible about it. Always eating them.
So when you get a rabbit that's not, partially eaten, do you start with a specific part or do you just chomp in?
His ass.
You start with the ass? You go
No.
for a little...
I usually
whichever
just-
end of the box I open first.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
valid.
I
can
don't
see
really
that.
think I watch.
So I'm sitting here blowing my Easter egg, and that reminds me of the craft you made us do that year. We stuck the pinholes in the
Oh
top and the bottom, and then blew out the guts. And
I
then
vaguely remember that.
what did we put inside them? Was it like confetti inches?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and you had what the kids they made crafts out of the eggs. I think we spent like 3 or 4 hours that time doing different crafts. You
Yeah.
don't remember? You made us do this. You're the holiday
I
Nazi.
vaguely remember this, but yeah, when my kids were young, we were always doing a lot of stuff with that. Different holidays. So yeah, I would agree with that. But
I'm done.
so what frequently asked questions? Because I'm still working here. What frequently asked questions do you get all the time? We'll start with book questions.
If you're a pantser or plotter.
Okay, what's your answer?
I'm mostly a pantser because the characters tend to just take the story wherever the hell they want it to go. I think I've got it all planned out that we're gonna go do this, and then I'll get to that scene and they're like, nope, not gonna happen, and they take it a totally different way. So yeah, I often say I feel like I have multiple personalities because they talk to me and tell me what to do, and it's not my story, it's theirs. I'm just a narrator.
What about you, Jennifer?
I plot the book. I mean, I pantser. I kind of have like a vague idea of what I want to happen. And as far as them talking to me, I completely decide what's going to happen. I think, ooh, this will sound good or this will be funny here. That's why I go with it. The characters talking to you, I think, just makes you a little psychotic.
She told you.
Remember from week 1 who wrote The Psychopath?
The I have always been a pantser. Are you done? Can you take your gloves off and take the little stickies off for me?
I can take them off though. I'm not done.
Why are they all the same colors?
Yeah, I don't know. So I was always a pantser, except like I'd have a general idea of what I'm gonna do, and that was it. But I've been kind of doing some tutorials and stuff. You know, you always supposed to try to make yourself, better. So somebody did. Don't put it on me.
I just want to get your nose.
No. These things are stuck to my glove. So I've been learning about those, and I have someone gave a what are they called? A plotting kind of chart, like a different one than I've seen before. That's pretty cool. So I am now trying to be a bit more of a. This isn't gonna work. They stick to my glove.
I'm not putting them on your egg for you.
Come on.
No, then it's my egg.
Well, no, because I'm telling you what to do with it. All right.
I
What
can
other
tell you what
questions
to
you
do.
get?
Usually,
I'm
like,
new, so I haven't gotten a whole lot.
if you have a favorite character or favorite book, that one kind of bothers me because it's like, no, whoever I'm writing at the time is kind of my favorite. Usually.
Oh, a favorite of our own.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
I don't like picking. They're like your children. You don't want to pick one over the rest.
Yeah, favorite book of my own. I read in so many genres, that's difficult. Yeah, I don't know that I really have a favorite. This is really
I think a favorite book of mine.
which one? The Wish Us Luck? Mm-hmm. I can see that.
But the Psycho kind of was fun and
Yeah.
unique. But definitely Wishes Luck was my favorite book.
I think there's different things about each book that I like the most.
Yeah, I can see that. What other questions? Any other book ones?
I get, do you write yourself or your friends or family into characters?
Yeah, I don't specifically write anybody into it, but I do have like traits of people or instances, things that have happened. I'll write into there, but I don't write an actual person. My hands are so sweaty. Holy moly! What about you?
Definitely not.
No, nothing. 100% made up.
Well, except for the first book.
Which one? Oh, the Oh My.
Oh My, Sexy and Black. That character was totally me, which I've said all along. But any other than that, it would be like in Wishes Luck. Her reaction to different scenes would have been stuff I would have imagined I would have done in that instance, and how I would have reacted and what I would have felt. But no, I don't write anybody into them. I don't use anything like that.
What about on a personal level?
I think all my characters have some bit of me.
I think mine would be the same answer. Some of the reactions, just because I don't know how the
I'm
character
not
would
sure
do.
how to take that look.
I make sure I figure out if I was like in Wish Us Luck when they were trapped in the house for 6 months and the kid did something and they got to laugh and she hadn't heard it in so long. I imagine what my reaction would be, just so I knew. But it's not me per se.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But what questions on a personal level, like
Oh,
as
that
twins?
what you were asking? My bad. I was trying to figure out what that look was. I'm like,
You threw me off. I was like,
I'm gonna shank you. Give me that look.
Imagine as twins, there's a lot.
It's been a while.
You feel each other when each other gets hurt.
No. Did I give you a look like you were stupid for asking that?
Did
'Cause
you?
do that
I
done.
know the answers to these. I'm just throwing things out there. Did you ever? No. Did you ever talk to each other through your heads, through your minds?
There's stories of it.
Did you have your own language?
Did we have our own language? She was off camera saying yes, we did.
Did you ever switch places? Pretend to be the other?
Not intentionally.
Except for with the boyfriend the one time.
We didn't
That
do it on
wasn't
purpose.
intentional either.
What happened?
He came to pick up Jen for a date, and I was sitting outside with a friend of mine. And he walks up, he's like, "Hey, you ready to go on the date?" And I'm just like staring at him, like, "What the hell?" And I look over his shoulder and watch Jen coming down the road, and he turns around and he goes, "Oh my god!" And he's freaking out.
But after that day, he never had a problem telling his part. He was one of the few that could.
Any other ones?
We had a teacher.
Yeah, 6th grade, I think?
No, it was high school.
Middle school.
Which one are you talking about?
You were absent, and I think it was like your science teacher came up to me and said, "Why are you skipping my class? I've seen you around all day." And I was like, "You're not my teacher. I don't know what you're talking about." And we argued back and forth for a few minutes before something clicked and I realized he was talking about her and not me. He was so embarrassed, and the rest of the year he avoided me.
I have twin boys, and they last year they had pretty much every class together in high school, and they have one teacher that every time he turned around to the board, they would trade seats, and then he would turn around and they trade back again, and the whole class would be laughing, but the teacher wasn't really getting what was going on, and they tend to wear a lot of the exact same outfits because they're on the football team and the wrestling team there, and so they give them the shirts and things, the team shirts to wear. So the teacher just could not figure out that's what's going on. Kelsey has a question off camera. Kelsey, what's your question off camera? So a lot of people ask, as twins, are you guys best friends?
I wouldn't think her and I over you and I would be any more than like Cassie
I'm the
and I.
favorite sister. I claimed it. It's therefore mine. You didn't claim it. Don't even
Cassidy
start.
used to use Sherry's ID to go with me to clubs and stuff, because like Sherry said, she slept all the time. But I think the three of us are always been close enough that it wouldn't be two over versus, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they get, and my twin boys, they like to say, get in fights to say they hate each other, but they don't. They're really best friends. Then they like the same things, they eat the same foods, they like the same clothes, same shoes, so they're almost like the same kid, pretty much.
I don't think we're quite like that at all.
Yeah, they're very much like that. Yeah, but,
I think at different times in our lives, we were closer to one or the other.
growing up with twins sucked because twins get way more attention. So that was really annoying. So I really tried hard with my own daughter to make sure that she got equal attention to the boys.
I could see that really struggling for you.
It really did suck, honestly. I had to make my own way. And
She runs the whole family. There's 14 of us that are, which down from my grandmother all the way down to the youngest. Her daughter is 6, and we all, every holiday or doing something, we defer to her. She runs us all.
The crap she's made us do over the years.
Oh my god. With Thanksgiving, was it? We all had split into teams and we had to make a cornucopia. Out of a bag she gave us of supplies and said make a cornucopia.
yeah, one year, every item for food had to be made homemade. That was rough. That was difficult. But
About the year we had to do riddles before we could open Christmas presents.
that was hard. I hate riddles too. I love to come up with the ideas, It's like Skittle Pox.
Yeah.
I
hate that commercial.
I do too. I love to come up with the ideas. I don't like actually doing them myself. You know, I think a lot of people are like that are like that.
But on to the family closeness thing, we also created 2 softball teams, split the family, and we created shirts and we decorated them and had nicknames and we played softball and had a contest.
And our team, were you on my team? Well, I don't remember who was on my team, but we tried to be really intimidating before the game. We went out there and we like went in a circle,
yes.
and we did stretches and everything like that. So we have like all these photos of it. It's pretty funny.
But which team won?
You think I'll remember this?
Well, it wasn't yours, so it's okay.
I'm not gonna remember.
Yeah,
But-
didn't we do like Dizzy Bat too?
So Kelsey off camera just asked us a question. That's why we looked off to the side there.
She's kind of our producer.
Yeah. So she asked about what our zodiac signs are. Do we believe in them? So you guys are Aquariuses, and I'm a Gemini.
But we were supposed to be born on April 1st. And so sometimes, depending on what you're reading, sometimes we'll have traits of that month instead of January, so it's kind of interesting.
But the Aquarius are very distant and cold, and that fits me to a T.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how it works sometimes.
And Gemini, I think it's funny whenever you tell someone you're a Gemini, you generally get like a horrified look. I don't know why that horrifies so many people, but it does. I am pretty hardcore Gemini, and I have all kinds of Gemini fairies. I have a Gemini tattoo that I want to get. I have a Gemini bracelet. So, and I think it's pretty fitting, honestly. I'm pretty into that kind of stuff. But let's see. Any other questions?
I don't think so. I'm ready to get on to the Witch Sisters.
The Witch
This
Sister.
is gonna be fun.
Okay. All right.
This is
I got my pictures.
Witch Sister. Witch Sister. Yeah, don't sing.
All right. What's our first question? Who is most likely to be abducted by aliens? Yeah, no doubt.
I'm a huge government conspiracy nut, and yeah,
I believe in aliens,
and
but
aliens, because hello, X-Files.
Can I say how good of a picture this is, though?
I live a very filtered life.
Yeah, that came out really good.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay.
When I asked her pictures, she originally sent me one of the Snapchats of the
I'm like a really crazy
I'm like,
face.
can I please print that one?
I said only if they could, but then they went only if they posted it. But then they went Snapchat and there was no good like ugly filters. So
There was one filter, but it all made everybody look like an old hag, and it was scary.
horrendous. That wasn't happening. So yeah. So maybe next time we play this game, we'll do a different picture if a good filter comes up. But who's most likely to be arrested?
Do I have to? I guess we're going with me.
You don't have to. You don't have to agree.
Yeah, don't look at each
don't
other.
look. Yeah, I think that she's the trouble one. So what are you gonna do? She's a rules breaker. That's how it is. Who is most likely to have always been the heartbreaker?
1, 2, 3. Oh wow, she's struggling.
Yeah, sure.
Why did you look at my?
Because I didn't look at you, but I'm not picking myself. So
There you go. I picked you for you.
I picked you.
I knew you were going to.
Sorry.
All right, we got who's most likely to give all their money to charity. Definitely, Sherry is such a sucker for anything. Give her your sob story.
What was
and
that freaking
she-
book? Remember? The Celestian Prophecy. Oh my gosh, do you remember?
No.
Every time if you talked to her like you were stealing their something.
I
Oh my
have
God.
no idea what you're talking
Ugh,
about.
you and I used to go at her so bad. You're so bad.
I have no memory. We know this. But, yeah, Sherry's a big old sucker. So, try to keep that one in mind.
Don't give away my secrets.
Most likely to be a drama queen.
Can't find a picture. 125%.
Drama queen.
There is no doubt. Just here we go, rip that one right up.
My son doesn't get it from a hitchpost.
Yeah.
All right, next one is most likely to kill someone accidentally. I have no idea.
Can I just put all 3? But I have no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was going with
You're
it.
kind of a psycho.
I'm gonna go with
You're
it.
angry enough and you have no
I
idea
know.
what's gonna
I
happen.
can see that one. Yeah, I'll go with her.
That's hard. I don't know. I
That
don't think
was a
any
good
of us really would, but I guess we had to.
It says accidentally, so
Yeah.
she might
Yeah.
accidentally flip her lid.
Have you driven with her? You're scary as hell. Who's most likely to die of something stupid?
Your son.
Don't look! You're not supposed to look ahead of time. Not supposed to look ahead of time.
I don't know how to take that one. I'm not sure if I'm offended or not.
Who are you picking?
I'm trying to figure out what I would do that's so stupid that would kill me.
You are naive,
Give away all your
remember?
money to charity.
Jennifer wants to jump out of planes and stuff, so I'm going with
Why is
Jennifer.
that stupid? Millions of people do that.
Stupid. I'm with her.
It's a perfectly good plane.
Yep, not happening. Alright, who's most likely to get in a fight?
I was actually going to say Christy.
Why? I hate confrontation.
Because I don't know.
I am extraordinarily loyal, and so if I feel like I champion people too. My husband calls it broken wing syndrome. I collect broken wings. But so I have no shame in fighting somebody if I think someone's doing something wrong, because I am a serious rules follower. So I do. I could see where you would say that, but she's so bitchy
Yeah.
that I could see that too.
See, these people don't know this side of me, so y'all are like ruining their
They'll get it quick.
Yeah. All right, what do we got? Most likely to fail a simple test. I don't think that one's very hard to figure out. Sherry wasn't the greatest student in school. None of us were great.
Sherry didn't show up very often.
Yeah,
No.
the skipping kind of hurt that.
Sleeping, skipping, yeah. No. Most likely to meet a ghost.
Only because you're afraid of them.
Well, it just kind of goes along the alien thing for me. But yeah, you do attract them.
I do. What am I gonna say? Most likely to talk to animals.
I do it all the time.
She does.
Yeah.
You should see when she talks to the lizards.
I don't talk. Okay, well, no, we did have a leopard gecko that I talked to, so I can't say no.
Still a lizard.
Yeah, sometimes you see her out there and you're like, what are you doing? And she's talking to ladybugs.
I'm gonna up my medicine, I
I'm
promise.
just kidding. She doesn't do that. It'd be really funny though if she did. Yeah, okay. Most likely to rule the world. Bitch, please.
I can't pick it up!
Yeah, we know this one.
Yeah.
I know what's best, damn it. That's how this
See?
works.
Hence the reason she
I
controls
know.
us all.
I know what's best. That's just how it is.
Yeah, she won't break a rule. How are you gonna rule the world if you can't break a rule?
Follow my damn rules.
But you have to break rules to get there.
No, because I make the rules. The ruler makes the rules.
Until you get into ruling.
Whoever
then-
wears the crown makes the rules.
But you have to get into the rule to be that.
I think that's called psycho. Oh my god, they're both psycho. I'm in trouble.
You talk to ladybugs. Yeah, so from now on, everyone, when you see her, bring her little ladybugs.
Forget
toy.
the butter dishes. No more butter. We don't
Let's
need
go with
butter.
ladybugs. That's our new thing. She likes to talk to ladybugs. She pets them. Most likely to be the first one to die in a zombie apocalypse.
Should be asleep.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That's exactly what I was going to say. All right.
More
Is
like
that
that
it?
she doesn't
We're
have
done? Okay.
the will to kill.
So that's all the questions for this week, and definitely if you agree or disagree, we want to hear from you. I think this was fun,
I
so
enjoyed
maybe
that.
we'll do this segment again. So definitely send us more questions, and we'll play this segment again maybe in a future week. I'm not sure which one, but okay. So eggs. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So, I did mine for Easter Bunny sitting in the grass. See, he's sitting in the grass, and on
Okay.
the back it says, Happy Easter.
I thought it was
Very
like
cute.
a fox on the other side for a second. I was like, damn, she went
What you
dark.
got?
I made a little spring egg.
Aw, isn't that
That
cute?
is cute. Wow, that was patronizing.
No, it is very cute. I thought I was like, oh, that's really smart. I hate decorating eggs.
Yeah, we can tell.
Shut it! I hate decorating eggs. I didn't.
That's a dig for you gonna be dying.
I didn't
Getting
want
arrested
to
for
do
it.
this. But here you go. So we've got little flowers on each side. I drew an Easter bunny. Drew my Easter
Kind of
bunny.
reminds me of Peep.
And it says Easter. It does look like a peep. I don't even eat those. But it says Easter, and it's very psychedelic and colorful, and it loves the world, and it's full of spring.
You can just
springtime and
manipulate
sunshine.
stuff
So
so
much
much
to
to
fit you.
God.
It's
So-
crazy.
You're
That's-
such a manipulative
That's
little.
my little ugly flower. Or not flower, I'm looking at flowers. My
She's
ugly
got a
little
flower.
egg. I
We
do.
decorated
I
eggs.
have
She decorated a flower.
4 flowers, okay? I have 4. So,
You're such a delicate little flower.
yeah, no, we know that's not true. So, let us know who won the egg contest. Yeah.
Simple. Quick
We know
wit.
it's not me. It's okay. You don't have to pick me. All right, so that's it. What do you want to say? What you got?
Social media links at the bottom, like always. Give us the like, follow, friend request, on and on and on. Anything you want to say before we go?
Pick me.
Happy Easter
Happy Easter.
and
Keep reading, fam.
bye.
Bye.